Yeah, that's T-Dog, and he doing it. I tell you, it's been a great day, and it's been a great time. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast thus far, and I hope that you all are having a great week and a great day, and we are thankful for all that God is doing right here and right now. We want to continue to give God the glory and the praise and the honor. Just while we're doing the T-Dog thing, I definitely want to give a shout out to my boy Heinz Feet, and he put down on Facebook, real men press and fight to do what's right. Boys do what they want to do, and they pay the negative consequences later. And there are a lot of boys running around in grown bodies. Be blessed. This, that, really, real. Triller, #Triller, #warfare, #real love. And we thank God for that, and we thank God for Heinz Feet, and we are grateful for him and for that, and we thank God for each and every one of you who are tuned into the broadcast and who are listening up, and who appreciate what we have done on the air, what we're doing on the air, who come together to make a difference and to increase in doing great things. We are grateful for being able to do all that God has allowed us to do, all that God's put in our hands. And I think that most of this is put in our hands because you allowed it to be put in our hands. Looks like we've got a report and an update from Hub Street International School of Ministry. We're going to let that go this time. Yes. Hello. Hello. Man, I thank God for that song. I just want to be used. I gotta be used. Lord, let me be used by you. I want to be a vessel of honor, fit for the master's use. I want to give God the glory and the honor and the praise because it belongs to him. And all we have to do is get in the path. Have you surrendered your will to God like that? I give myself completely to you. Use me to do what you want to do. Look, that brings me to a point that we got to kind of talk about right here, which is to communicate the fundamentals. For people to be productive and satisfied professionally, they have to know what their fundamental responsibilities are. Now that sounds simple enough, really. It sounds like bam, bam, bam. There we go. Nice, right? But Peter Drucker says one of the critical problems in the workplace today is that there's a lack of understanding between the employer and employee as to what the employee is to do. Now, of course, I'm saying employee, employer, but think about it ministry-wise. There is a lack of communication and understanding between the minister and the member. There's a lack of understanding between leaders and potential leaders. We kind of miss it, and that is a workplace problem because communication is key in any relationship. I don't care what it is, be it intimate or be it professional. If you do not have good communication, it will create issues. It will create problems. Often employees are made to feel that they are vaguely responsible for everything, and it paralyzes them. Instead, we need to make clear to them what they are and are not responsible for, what you are held accountable for, what it is that we are expecting from you. Not that we're expecting everything from you. There's specific things I need you to do. And if you understand clearly what it is I'm expecting of you, you can clearly perform it. But if you're vague, then you're going to try to do a whole plethora of things and hopefully something will work. In other words, you do that whole throw everything on the wall and hope something sticks. It's not good. You ought to know what it is what your goals are, what you're actually doing. Communicate the fundamentals. Make sure that the basic premise is outlined so people can function, so people can work. Then, those who you are training, those who you are working with, those who are under your employ, will be able to focus their efforts on what is wanted, and they will be able to succeed. They will actually be able to reach the goal because they have a goal to reach. Now, look again at how a basketball team works. Each of the 5 players has a particular job. Now, there's a shooting guard whose job is to score points, primarily. I mean, they also get some assists, but the idea is that they would score points. The other guard is a point guard. Now, his job is to pass the ball to people who can score. Again, they might score points, but understand your function. Right? Another player is a power forward who is expected to get rebounds. A small forward, his job is to score. The center is supposed to rebound, block shots, and score. Now, each person on our team knows what their job is, what their unique contribution to the team must be. When each concentrates on the particular responsibility, the team wins. When somebody is missing or when somebody's not sure what they're supposed to do or what their responsibility is, it becomes more difficult to win. Now, you can still play the game. You just might not do well at it. Now, one of the best ways to clarify expectations is to provide your people with job descriptions. In the description, identify the 4 to 6 primary functions that you want the person to perform. Avoid long laundry lists of responsibilities. If the job description can't be summarized, the job is probably too broad. Also, to make clear what authority they have, the working parameters for their function they are to perform, and what the chain of authority is within the organization. Another essential that has to be communicated to new leaders is how they are to prioritize. Now, I tell people that everything they do is either A or B priority. The concept helps understand what's most important. A priorities are ones that move the organization, department, or job function forward. They break ground, open doors to new opportunities, or develop new markets. They prompt growth within people or the organization. B priorities are concerned with maintenance. They are required for things to continue running smoothly, such as answering letters or phone calls or taking care of details. They are things that cannot be neglected, but they don't add value to the organization. I have found that people often expend their best on B priorities because they seem urgent, and they give A priorities what's left over. I always encourage people to give 80% of their time and energy to the A priorities and the remaining 20% to the B group. Now, it may seem crazy to you and it may seem ridiculous to you, but the main thing is to grow. The maintaining is something that ought to be automated. Even though it's essential, it ought to be automated, so it should not take as much effort to do as growth. Because growth is breaking through, breaking ground. Just think about it for a moment. It'll hit you. Hashtag IJS. Finally, a leader must communicate to his or her people that their work has value to the organization and to the individual leader. To the employee, this often is the most important fundamental of all. This is often where we get lost, because many of us, because we were not properly appreciated in ministry, but do not know how to properly appreciate those in ministry. We reflect the training we've gotten. I'm going to say it right. So we don't know how to give a compliment, or we don't know how to encourage, or we don't know how to motivate, because everyone pushed us to be self-motivated. Now, self-motivating people are almost always great and powerful in their own right because they're driven. However, they are not reproducible because they don't know how to train someone else, because they were never trained. The one thing that's very essential in any development or in any building of character is that you reproduce yourself. If you do not reproduce yourself, once you go off the scene, there's a new thing that comes behind you. It may be like you, but it may not be like you at all, which means that we do not keep the consistency of a thing, because now there's so much deviation, and it seems inconsistent that people don't know what or who to follow. This is why Christianity or faith or religiosity has lost context, because we have gotten so far because we did not reproduce. We had people who were driven, and they drove things far. And yes, they were successful, but they had no legacy because they did not train or reproduce themselves. So since there was no copy of them, there is no continuation of the legacy. Now, there is a history, and we have a legend, but we have no legacy. I'm just trying to help you out. Some of y'all don't understand that, and some of y'all are really hurt by it. But don't be hurt, don't be injured, don't be bitter, become better. Know that you can make a difference in the lives of the people who you are working with simply by making the change that you want to see. What is it that you're hoping to see develop in people, and make that change? And that will make a difference all the way around. We're entering into that time of year, that season. Yes, it is December, and we are entering into the Christmas season. Now, for me, Christmas is more than just the month of December, because it's Christ Mass. So we are celebrating Christ, or the birth of Christ. And so I celebrate that year-round, as well as celebrating his resurrection, celebrating the life of Christ. This is not a once a year function for me, nor is it once a month, nor is it just one calendar day out of a whole year. But this is something that I do. I'm not going to say we, because maybe some of you who are listening don't do this. Celebrate all year round. Now, I'm not playing a Christmas song, but I did play some earlier. We do thank God for Christmas, and of course, I think all gospel songs are Christmas songs because they are celebrating, or they should be celebrating the life of Christ. They should be inspirational. They should cause you to want to live for Him. Now, if they're not, then they're not really gospel songs. They're something else. Now, I'm not saying that they're not good songs. I'm just saying they wouldn't be gospel. All right. So, now Christmas songs, some of them, that's why there are some Christmas songs that I don't play year-round because they are specifically about mistletoe and Christmas trees. That's something totally different than Christ Mass. That's I guess, what you would call marketed version of Christmas. The packaged version, the world's digestible version of Christmas, where they had to add Santa Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Grandma getting run over by one. You understand? And I don't think that those things are harmful in and of themselves, but I think that we ought to be real careful that we don't lose sight of what Christ Mass is about. That's why so many times people want to put Xmas or say Happy Holidays, because we have so much that we're trying to celebrate, like Kwanzaa, and that's the winter solstice, and various other occasions, which are okay, but I want us to remember Christ Mass. So keep Christ in Christmas, and wish people a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. I don't want it to be left out. I want it to be put in. But that's just me, and you can join me in that crusade if you want, or you can just do what you do. But this is guts. And we want to have the guts to tell somebody about Jesus. Eddie James, tell them about that same spirit as we transition and get ready to go into the next break. Special guests.